music back, bringing real music back, bringing real music back, bringing real music back.
Music with Rick. It's the Music with Rick show.
Bringing real music back.
Rick, get busy.
Welcome back to another episode of Music Riffs with Rick, where we're on a mission to bring real music back. And today, we have a special guest in our studio, Mr. Spyder Turner. How you doing, Spyder?
I'm all right.
Man, it's so
I'm
good
great,
to
Rick.
have you. This is a Motown legend right here, living legend, and he's still doing his thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still out there, still MCing, still doing shows, everything.
I ain't doing no
Spyder,
splits though.
No splits?
No splits.
You done with the
No,
splits?
I'm done with the splits.
Well, how long you been at this now, Spyder?
Professionally, I made my first $5 probably around 1960. I had a group. I was in high school. I had a group called the. Matter of fact, I hadn't even made it to high school yet. I was in junior high, and I had a group called the Nonchalants. And we did our show and made our first $5
What?
a piece, and we all went to the White Castle and stocked up on White Castles and went to the movie theater and stayed all night watching movies and eating
What?
White Castles.
Now, see, only you will come on and talk about movies and White Castle. Well, that's all right. That's real, though.
Yeah,
that's real.
hey, we wouldn't have went to the movies if we hadn't sang.
There you go.
We went home.
Had to earn your way already.
Went home
huh?
and make our own hamburgers.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so now after that,
Okay. I've been at about, well, let's see, Stand By Me is 51 years old.
and that was a huge hit.
Yeah, that went to number 3 in Billboard, number 1 in Cashbox,
Wow.
number 3 on the R&B chart, number 12 on the pop chart.
Man.
So it was,
Oh yeah,
pretty big.
that was heavy.
Yeah.
Now, how'd you come upon on that? As far as getting with Motown, or with how did that start?
Well, see, the only thing that I really did for Motown, I sung the theme song to the movie The Last Dragon.
Really?
When the movie starts, that's me singing. The big fight
Really?
scene, that's me singing. But see, how I got to do that was I had just got back to California, and Norman Whitfield, the guy who produced Temptations, Gladys, and Marvin Gaye and everybody, he said, "Man, I got an opportunity to do a song for a movie." He said, "You want to be in?" I said, "Yeah, why not?"
Right.
He said, "Well, you're going to have to change your name." I said, "Why I got to change my name?" Because this is going to be for Berry Gordy and Spyder Turner. You've been around too long, and they might not accept it, or they might think you're just too old to play, to put on the radio. So I fought it for a long time, and I even told Norman, I said, "Hey, I've met Berry Gordy a couple of times. He knows who I am."
Right.
Now you're going to introduce
gonna
me as
mistake
Dwight
it.
David, which is the name on the credits, which is my real name. My real name is Dwight David Turner.
Okay.
So I just chopped off the Turner and replaced Spyder with Dwight.
So you were
So
Dwight David.
Yeah. So that's what it said on
Wow.
movie credits. But that's me. So
And
that's
that's
the only
you.
song I really did for Motown, except in Stand By Me, I impersonated Smokey Robinson and David Ruffin. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that made me a Motown artist.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now see, that's something. See, it's something when you don't know the actual details,
True.
and you get to talk to the people involved.
True. I was actually on MGM Records with Stand By Me.
See, and now I did know that because I did do some research.
Okay.
So, and that's how that went. That was on MGM.
That was on
now, who were
MGM.
you working with on that?
Clay McMurray.
Aha, Mr. Clay McMurray.
Back then, I had a band called the Counts, the Fabulous Counts. They were my band, and we put together a nice little show that we was doing all the cabarets around Detroit. And one night we were playing the 20 Grand, and Clay came in.
20 grand.
And Clay saw me do Stand By Me. He came over and talked to me, and we talked for a while. And he said, "Man, you need to go in the studio. We need to go in the studio and record that." So I was like, okay, all right, well. So I didn't think no more about it until the next time I saw him. He had a guy from MGM with him and a guy named Arnold Geller who had a TV show in Lansing called Swing Lively. So they came to see the show and they all agreed, we're going to cut this right away.
Wow.
So, yeah, so we went in the studio and recorded it, and I recorded it just like we did on stage. So we went back and added different pieces. We added some of the Funk Brothers.
Right.
They're on the whole album, Stand By Me album, and the Counts were actually on Stand By Me.
Okay.
And some of the Funk Brothers, but it was actually some of the Counts.
Some of the Counts was on there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, man.
So how that came about was I was a huge Chuck Jackson fan. I thought I was Chuck Jackson. I used to sing everything
Really?
he made. I just knew I could do it better.
You had to do it.
I had to do it. So I got hold of an album by him, Chuck Jackson, on tour. And on that album, he did Stand By Me, which is the part where sometimes I sit down and I wonder.
Right, right.
But on that album, he also did Please, Please, Please by James Brown. And he impersonated James Brown and Jackie Wilson.
Okay.
So I took that idea and put it in Stand By Me and started doing it. So just for fun, I started adding people just to see if I could do them, and people were enjoying it. So that's how that came about. I kept it. That was my showstopper.
Wow.
Smokey Robinson might say, I believe in a kiss of the time it really touched the moon. Mr. David Ruffin of the Temptations might say, I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I even get the under me. The late great Mr. Billy Stewart, he might have said,